That sure was a drama-filled game. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Stats Videocast recap of last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Pittsburgh Pirates as the Phillies defeat the Browns by the full score of 8-6. As they take a second game of this 4-game set and secure at least a series split. Hopefully they could sweep this series. And I guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please hit the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get this. So a great performance of the Phillies last night. How about Kyle Gibson with his first major league home run, right? I was sitting up in the Hall of Fame club on the, first base side, so I got a pretty good angle of that. That was really, really cool, right? That was really, really cool. That was a wall scraper, but a home run is a home run nevertheless. Another high-scoring affair last night at Citizens Bank Park. But a win is a win, right? A win is a win. And then, forget about the Braves do it, forget about what these other teams do. You have to just worry about what the Phils do, right? I mean, the Phils just have to worry about doing their job and just blocking out the rest, right? That's what the Phils have to do. As a pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the third inning, Kyle Gibson hits his first major league home run in a fly ball to left center field. A towering fly ball that barely got out, but a home run is a home run, like I said. How about Zach Weaver getting the home run hat and putting it on Kyle Gibson's head? That was really, really cool to see. His first major league home run as the Phillies now lead it 1-0. So how about that? Kyle Gibson helping himself out right there. Right up to that point, he wasn't getting a lot of run support. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll just do it myself. So that was really, really cool to see Kyle Gibson do that. And that's not the first time he's done something with the bat, right? I mean, I remember, his time earlier with the Phils against the Dodgers hit that RBI single. That's not the first time he's done something with the bat. So 1-0 Philadelphia. Then we pick it up, top of the fourth inning. Kevin Newman doubles on a sharp line drive to left field. Ryan Reynolds and Colin Moran come around to score as it's now 2-1 Pittsburgh. So the Pirates now take the lead, a 2-1 lead. They really did capitalize, right? They had bases loaded, nobody out, and what did they do? They got the job done, right? They got the job done. You got to give them credit for that. That was Newman's 22nd double of the season, 2-1 Pittsburgh. Then in the same inning, Michael Perez singles on a sharp line drive to center field. Ben Gamble and Kevin Newman come around to score. It's a 2 RBI single, and it's now 4-1 Pirates. So the Pirates now have a 4-1 lead here in the top of the fourth inning. Kyle Gibson, who was great for the first 3 innings, just seemed to kind of hit a wall there in the top of the fourth inning. Some things just were not going his way, right? He was having trouble locating, and we all know that he does allow a decent amount of contact, which is fine. I mean, I get that. 4-1 Pittsburgh. Then we pick it up bottom of the fourth inning. Brad Miller hits his 20th home run of the season as we get one back as he homers on a fly ball to right center field. I was feeling a homer there. All the homers last night, I was feeling it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not just saying that just because it happened. Like, I was feeling like, hey, I feel a homer here. They said his 20th of the season, and the Phillies get a little bit closer now, a 4-2 ball game. So Brad Miller absolutely crushed that ball. So you got to bring this guy back, right? As a platoon player, he has 20 home runs, which is pretty amazing. Pick it up, bottom of the fifth inning. Bryce Harper joining in on the action, ladies and gentlemen, as he hits his 40th double of the season. Last Philly to hit 40 doubles in the season since Odubel Herrera hit 42 in 2017. We all know that Bryce will surpass that total as he doubles on a sharp line drive to right field. Matt Veland comes around to score as the Phils get a little bit closer now, a 4-3 ball game. So excellent job out there from Bryce. So he continues to hit the ball hard. He was pretty upset his first at-bat when he was rung up. And he did not think that pitch was a strike. And he was, I thought that they had to hold him back because he looked pretty upset. 4-3 Pittsburgh. Then we pick it up. Bottom of the sixth inning, a wild pitch by Nick Mears. And Shinji McCutcheon comes around to scores. The Phillies tie it at 4. You had a couple of those pass balls the night before, and then you have that wild pitch last night. So I don't know what's going on back there. Andrew McCutcheon, the former Pittsburgh, comes around to score as the Phillies now tie it at 4. Then we pick it up, same inning. Ronald Torres, right? He was battling in this at-bat, fouling. And he stayed in there as he singles on a short line drive to center field. It drops in. Didi Gregorius comes around to score as the Phillies now lead it 5-4. Ronald Torres gives the Phillies the lead. Big toe coming up big right there. I don't know what to say about this guy anymore, right? He was having a pretty bad month, but he's started to kind of heat up again. It's great to see that out of the Big Toe, Ronald Torres. So we pick it up. Top of the 7th inning, Wilmer Defoe, the former Washington National, homers on a fly ball to right field. A 2-run shot also scores Hoy Park as the Pirates now take the lead. Now a 6-5 ball game. So unbelievable. I'm like, seriously? I mean, Ken DeVotion. I mean, is there anybody out of this Phillies bullpen that you can trust? You know, is there anybody out of this Phillies bullpen that you can trust? No. So a 2-run shot gives the Pirates the lead. Wilmer Defoe, a guy that's not known for hitting home runs. Only his 4th of the season. He's a switch hitter. But I'm not a big fan of Wilmer Defoe. I mean, that's the kind of guy, you can't let that guy beat you. You know what I'm saying? And we let him beat us. But luckily he did not really do much dividends in this game since we still won. But 6-5 Pittsburgh. Picking up on the 7th inning, G.G. Gregorius, man. How about this? As he homers on a fly ball to right center field. His 13th of the season. A 3-run shot also scores Harp and Andrew McCutchen as the Phillies now lead it 8-6. So how about G.G. Gregorius? I'm shocked. I'm like, was that really G.G. Gregorius? Hard to believe, right? I mean, he was going against a left-handed pitcher. He does not hit lefties well, so his 13th of the season is the Phillies now lead it 8-6. And that'd be your final. 8-6 is your final score as the Phillies secure at least a series split at this point, right? But you have to sweep this series. And one thing I want to say before I go any further, I apologize for the echo in here, right? You all know that I'm kind of up in the air right now with my recording studio. It's bouncing around a lot of places, and the echo's not good in here. It's just not. I'm just going to be 100% honest. It's temporary, though, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think this is a permanent thing going on right now. The echo will get a lot better, but just please bear with me right now. It's not going to be for too much longer. I apologize, but there's not much I can do about it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go on. And take a look at Odubel here, dude, exit the game, right? I mean, I thought that he exited just because of punishment, because he didn't, run out that fly ball across the center field. But it turns out that he was taken out of the game due to a sore left ankle. So that is why he was taken out of the game. But honestly, I mean, he deserved to exit, man. I mean, he was so lazy on that fly ball, hit the center field. And he was standing on first base. He should have been at least on second on that. That is just bad. You know why? Because he thought it was going out. You know, that reminded me of Yasiel Puig, really, if you want my opinion. Matt Freeland continues to hit the ball hard, but his last two at-bats are absolutely pitiful. But he hit that nice line drive double down the left field line, which is pretty nice to see. Jun Segura, rare. It was his performance last night, but was able to mix it and walk in there. Bryce Harper with the RBI double, which you love to see. His 40th double of the season. We need these homers to start coming out. I love my man Harp. I love him, but I want to see some homers again, man. I mean, you really want to get to around 40. You got to pick that up again. He hasn't homered in over a week, and I hate to be going hard on this guy. I'm not at all. I mean, he's been great, but especially if he wants his MVP. I mean, Juan Soto is not slowing down at all. And honestly, I consider Juan Soto to be more than a threat than Fernando Tatis for the MVP right now. I do. I think it's either going to be Harper or Juan Soto. It's anybody's game, as I said yesterday. But I consider Juan Soto to be more than a threat than Fernando Tatis Jr. So it seems like it's going to be Soto or Harper. And hopefully Harper can do it. But honestly, right now, I got to look at the numbers. I got to be objective. I do think that Soto, unfortunately, does have the better numbers. And he might win. But he's on a really, really bad team. The Phillies make the playoffs. It's going to help Harper's chances. So hope that the Phillies can make the playoffs. Chibuto after a 3-night the night before, he comes back. And unfortunately, his bat just wasn't there. And Brad Miller, the one hit was a big one. The solo shot to right field. His 20th of the season. And Andrew McCutchen, nice to see him, joining on the action too, and scoring 2 runs last night, and one of them on that wild pitch, right? So you love to see that, man. I mean, just continue to get on base, right? And his OPS sits at 774. So crazy. And Dina Gregorius, man, 2 hits, the 3-run shot. Man, he looked pretty good last night. So hopefully he's starting to heat up a little bit. And one number that kind of jumped out to me about, Dina Gregorius, and then this kind of surprised me. And Alex Carr put this out. The many games he's played at home. He's played 51 games at home, has a 251 average, 313 on base percentage, a 480 slugging, 9 homers, and a 794 OPS. I mean, go take a look at those OPS right now, which is still really, really low. It sits at 656, which is horrendously terrible. But his OPS almost 800 at home, so he's much better at home. There's no doubt about that. Overall, hitting 214 on the year. But if this guy does stick around next year, hopefully he can have a bounce-back season, of course. And Freddie Galvis, the second consecutive night where his bat, unfortunately, just didn't show up. And how about Kyle Gibson? As I talked about before, one hit was a big one. the solo shot to left field to get the Phillies on the board first to give them a 1-0 lead at that time. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to witness. My first ever pitcher home run I've seen in person. And I almost saw Zach Wheeler do it against the Miami Marlins. I believe that was back towards like May 17, something like that. And he just missed a homer. Let's go take a look at Kyle Gibson's start. 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 were earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I mean, the home run definitely was a highlight of his night that he hit, of course. But definitely wasn't great by any stretch. Walking 2, he doesn't allow a decent amount of contact, which I understand. I mean, you got to strike out every inning on average. I mean, 6 innings, 6 strikeouts. So it's crazy, man. I mean, the strikeouts continue to just be, the fact that it starts, the strikeouts have been really, really high for some reason. I mean, it's not like you struck out 9 last night or anything like that, but last night wasn't some amazing start. I'm just going to say that right now. Last night wasn't some amazing start. It was a typical Kyle Gibson start, but it could have been better. It definitely could have been better, but this guy isn't an ace, right? I do like his demeanor out there. He doesn't get overly excited, doesn't show a lot of emotion. But Cam Bedrosian doing whatever he could to try to blow the game for the Phils on that 2-run shot to Wilmer Defoe to put the Pirates on top. And now about Hector Neris. I've never seen this guy show so much emotion. He's really, really out there in the top of the 8th inning because, in my opinion, I agree with Hector. The umpire just wasn't doing a very good job back there. And he was very, very upset. And, eventually, that ground ball hit that to he took it back himself. He was going like this. He was so excited. But, yes, he had a guy struggle in inning with his command. Walking 3 just wasn't his inning. It just wasn't his inning there in the top of the 8th inning. But luckily, he was able to get out of it barely. And Ian Kennedy comes in and gets the save. It always has to be interesting, though. And he collects his 26th save of the season. And it's a Phillies win. It's a Phillies win. Hallelujah. As they win 8-6. They got to win the next 2 games, right? The Braves lose the first suspended game that was made up from July 21st. And then they unfortunately did win the second game. I believe that was a full game. So the Phils sit 1.5 back from the Atlanta Braves. And as Joe Giglio said on 94 WIP, I mean, you can't even talk about the wild card anymore. The Phillies are 5 back. The Cardinals have won 14 straight. I mean, the wild card's not happening. I've been saying that too. I've just been saying just because they're in the ranked 3rd in that category, so I just have to kind of bring it up. But they're not making the play. The Phillies are not going to wild card. They're just not. The Mets officially eliminated from postseason contention. Love to see that, man. I mean, we all knew that they were done, but regardless of the Phillies make the playoffs, and it's pretty sweet to see the Mets miss the playoffs again. So let's hope they miss it again next year. What a failure organization. What a just failure organization. Honestly, this organization isn't something great either, but I think it's definitely run better than the New York Mets. I mean, Steve Cohen going there, and they can't even make the playoffs in the first year. So how about that, Met fans? How about that? It seems like the Wilpons are still running that team. Not much has really changed. Not much has really changed. So there's your little, standing updates. Let's hope the Phillies can win the next 2 games here. With Crow on the mound for Pittsburgh this afternoon, 4-7 with a 5.77 ERA. You have to beat these bad pitchers. I mean, you have to go out there and rake against these guys. You got to be in attack mode. You really would do. The Pirates bullpen already decimated because they had a bullpen game yesterday. You got to go out there and score a lot of runs today, especially with their bullpen being tired. Ranger Suarez coming off of kind of an iffy starting against the Baltimore Orioles last time around. They didn't get any run support. 6-5 with a 1.60 ERA. So let's hope he can keep his dominance up. And hopefully it's another Phillies win here as we secure a series win. And hopefully we can sweep the series tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to the Fan Appreciation Day game tomorrow at 1:05. And so let's hopefully we get a series sweep tomorrow. So 4-5 the first pitch this afternoon. So guys, as soon as you watch this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Share to social media, link in the description section. At Phillies Hat Steve Instagram, down here Instagram. Card text 267-225-3392. Email phillieshatsteve@gmail.com. So I'm going to say it again. I apologize for the echo in here. Yes, it is temporary. It's not going to be permanent, but just please bear with me here, ladies and gentlemen. So 4-5 the first pitch this afternoon. Crow Suarez. So as soon as you're watching, I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phils. I'll see you again.